Praise the Lord. So yeah, I went to the polls today, mostly so I could not wear the mask and vote. Because one lie is grandfathered in prior to the other lie. Now, prior to 3/11, I would have voted for Donald Trump. Today, I just did not cast a vote. I voted against abortion and murdering kids because we had a referendum on the ballot here locally that I was able to do that. So yeah, I went and did that. Hopefully, the non-vote factor hasn't filtered down to local. We'll see. Doesn't matter. That's what I went in there for. And just to throw it like a bonus for me, not to have wasted my time, I got to vote against gambling, which causes more people to commit suicide and lose their life savings more than anything else. So anyway, here's what I mean. One lie is grandfathered in beyond the other. Now, prior to 3/11, I absolutely believe that my vote counted, at least a little bit. But when Trump signed the national emergency for something that I knew was false, well, my American dreams vanished. My thought that my vote counted vanished. And then the R.E.M. song, from 2016, the song's from 1993, but in 2016, the reporters were baffled that Donald J. Trump won the election. And yet he did. And the verse from that song is, reporters baffled, trumped. Now remember, Satan doesn't come out and say, Donald J. Trump's going to run against Hillary Clinton and we're going to baffle the reporters because Hillary's going to have supposed to have won, but yet Donald J. Trump won. That's not the verse. The verse is, reporters baffled, trumped, tethered, da-da-da-da-da. So that's the lesser magic that Satan uses to say, look, I can make things happen too. It's counterfeit. So here's why I was able to go in the middle of a pandemic without a mask into a polling station. It's called grandfather. The first lie trumps the new lie, meaning this. The illusion that your vote matters is very ingrained in the American population, in the American dream, that men died for the right to vote. And I do believe that still. Unfortunately, men have had to die for this illusion. And what I'm saying there is, so that old lie is more important to keep and maintain than the new lie. It's grandfathered prior to the new lie, or the new deception, the COVID-19. And so the new lie can't block the old lie. In other words, I couldn't be disenfranchised from my ability to vote, so we have to maintain the old lie of being able to vote, and it counts, from the new lie of there's a pandemic. So COVID-19 took today off because apparently I couldn't have spread the disease in the voting place because the old lie had to be maintained. My ability to vote had to be maintained worse than, that desire and need had to be met worse than the non-spreading of the fake virus. Get it? In other words, COVID-19 today was a non-issue. Took the day off. New lie had to step back, let the old lie step forward because it's grandfathered and it can't be unrecognized or it all falls down. You see, all the lies have to be congruent. I'm going to keep it at that. Just going to read this real quick and maybe it'll get an idea. This is Luke 20, 1 through 8. And it came to pass that one of those days he taught the people in the temple, and he preached the gospel. The chief priests and the scribes came upon him with the elders and spake unto him, saying, Tell us, by what authority do you do these things? Or who is it that gives you this authority? And he answered and said unto them, I will ask you one thing, and answer me. The baptism of John, was it from heaven or of men? And they reasoned with themselves, saying, If we shall say from heaven, he will say, Why then believed ye him not? And if we shall say of men, all the people will stone us, for they be persuaded that John was a prophet. And they answered that they could not tell from whence it was. And Jesus said unto them, Neither tell I you by what authority I do these things. Now, if that's not, you got to understand, the guys that Jesus was just talking to were the politicians of the day. And they couldn't tell the truth. They said, if we say this, well, this bad thing will happen. If we say this bad thing will happen. And the truth will be recognized. And so Jesus used their own political nonsense to throw it in their face and say, well, I already knew you weren't going to say the truth, so I'm not going to bother telling you about mine. You know, if you don't get that, God bless y'all. Christ is King. That's the simplicity of the gospel. God bless y'all. Have a good day.